I'm Alexis Novandian. I'm a sophomore. I got involved in theater council my freshman year. The reason I got involved with it was because I've always been into theater, and it's actually what I would like to do with my life. Like I would like to stage manage and produce at one point. Right now I'm part of tech committee. Tech committee is just a bunch of people who like building sets, creating the design of the lighting and the set, and doing crew, like running crew and backstage managing, stage managing, all of that.
My name is Allison Horn. I started to be a part of theater council at the end of my freshman year. They were doing Charlie Brown the musical, which I auditioned for, and ended up understudying some of the roles, and I also co-choreographed the show. And then from there, I went on and I assistant stage managed a production of The Complete Works of William Shakespeare. And then I was an active member, and sophomore year, I was asked to be secretary, and then last year I ran for vice president, which is where I am now.
Hey, I'm Matt Girovanu, and I was the former fundraising chair for Theater Council. I had a lot of fun. You know, I came in as a freshman, and the first show I ever auditioned for was Doc McGlone's The Crucible. And I walked in as a freshman, and I was sick as a dog, but I said, you know what, if acting is something I want to do, let me go. And so I went to the audition so sick, and I had this awful hoarse voice. And I walked in there as a freshman that no one has ever seen before, this little skinny white kid, and I walked in like, hi, you know, I'm here to audition for The Crucible. And everyone kind of gave me this look of like, what the hell just walked into this room? And I ended up auditioning, and I got a part, and I fell in love with it. And the community, you know, was so loving and open that I was like, wow, this is a great family that I walked into. From my freshman year to my senior year, I ended up doing in excess of 30 shows.
I'm Megan Hansen, and I'm the president of Theater Council. I first joined Theater Council freshman year. It was one of the first things I did when I came to Seton Hall. I started acting in high school, freshman year of high school, and I loved it right away. I got involved in all the shows in high school, and I was really disappointed for that part of my life to be ending before I came to college. So I wanted to make sure that whatever school I chose had a good theater program, because that was really important to me. And so I got involved right away as soon as I got here freshman year, and I was in the first show that went out my freshman year, and just got right involved.
In the spring, I decided to do a Disney showcase. Disney showcase was a random idea. I remember we were in rehearsal one day, and I looked at Brian Lucas, the current president, and I said, hey, can I do like a Disney concert? He was like, sure. I was like, oh, okay. It was a wonderful experience. It was for charity, and we raised a lot of money, and it was one of the most attended events that we've done as Theater Council. We had people from all different venues. We had people who didn't do theater all that much. We had some girls from Alpha Phi. We had people who were into, you know, sports. We had just people who we didn't expect to come out and audition for it, and that was great because it integrated some more people into Theater Council. I think the lifts were the single aspect that we spent the most time on for Disney Showcase. Matt and Emily worked so hard, and those poor people. I came in one day and I was like, I said to the co-director Megan Hansen, I said, I want to do a lift. I looked up this lift on YouTube and I want to try it. So let me catch you. You know, we worked for hours on it every day. Matt and Emily had rehearsal for just the lifts. The songs were fine. We just had to do the lifts, but it ended up working out so well, and they were both able to really execute it beautifully.
And as the fundraising chair, what I ran and directed was the Theater Council Theater Out of the Round Cabarets. And we brought together actors and singers, people from every other major, and they all came out and they sang and they auditioned. And it was fantastic. We had sold out shows, and the first one was in Corrigan, the second one was at the Cove.
The cabaret was interesting, and it was really good. I don't know, I don't usually go in front and sing in front of people, so that was a big step for me, but I had a lot of support behind that, like with everybody in theater council and things like that.
Last one that we just had, we fundraised over $400 for a night of cabaret, which is fantastic.
My favorite memory is probably the Golden Babies, because everyone was there and we all just had like a good time and it was fun. Golden Babies are like kind of like the Emmys. Like at the end of the year, you know, what's the favorite show, who's the best actor, who's the best director, all that stuff.
During my senior year, the great part was me and Brian Lucas, former president of Theater Council, co-wrote the script for the Golden Babies, and it's great because that's a tradition that's held within theater councils. That, you know, the E-board usually writes this whole script, and it's a roast of everybody. Everyone, you know, gets a turn. You know, on the spigot.
I think my favorite set so far has actually been Robert Bridegroom, because it was the most elaborate, but it was just fun to go, I think.
I mean, I had so many favorite shows when I was at Seton Hall, but the one that I always have near and dear to my heart is Love, Sex, and the IRS. It was directed by Mark Saylor, and I played this character, Leslie, who has a very gender-ambiguous name. And I ended up cross-dressing, and hilarity, absolute sketch hilarity. It was fantastic.
A really great show that I was able to work on last year during my junior year was a show called Rumors. It was written by Neil Simon, and it was student directed by a former roommate of mine, Brittany Bashada. And I just remember night after night, all of us being in stitches, just laughing at some of the ludicrous things that we were doing and saying on stage, because the script itself was really wacky, but the life that each of us brought to the characters was just something so fun to be a part of. And I know we were all really sad to see that show end, because not only did we have fun doing it, but it was a great success, and you know, tons of people came to see it, and they all loved it. And it was towards the end of the year, so it was a really great way to kind of finish up that portion of the season.
The council's more fun, more people should come out for it, because I mean, even though there are like easier jobs and it's as little or as big as a commitment, there's always something for someone to do, and at points in times it does get you out of your comfort zone, but like you get more confident with it, I think, and like there's always someone to talk to at all times, so we're like a big family.
It really does bring people closer together. The activities and the shows and all the other events that we do continue to bring the members closer together, so much so that Theater Council is really known as like a family. The camaraderie is so great that that's something that we pride ourselves on as Theater Council.
And we're all one, you know. We have personal problems, but it doesn't matter. The Theater Council is ultimately a family, and we're all here to support each other. If one tech member goes down, the whole team goes down. We rise and fall together, because the failures or successes of one ultimately equal the failures and successes of all of us.
I'm really, really thankful for the 4 years I had, and you know, the great friends I made along the way, and you know, that's because of Theater Council.